The biggest wins were that majority of Kenyans wanted a new constitution. And you recall the battle by the Prime Minister, even before he joined government, was to get a new constitution. The old constitution was deemed archaic, colonial, and addressed different interests. After independence, of course, it was passed under very, very difficult circumstances. So all those years, almost a whole generation afterwards, you had to change the constitution and strengthen institutions. Don't remove power from individuals and put power into institutions.
Yes.
And start to democratize the space and the resources of the nation, especially the resources of the nation, devolution, putting money back to where people are. And also decision making and policy making becomes, decentralized, so that you put power into the people. That's why you hear that statement all the time. The power belongs to the people. That was a moment. That is a moment. So there are those both within government and out of government who are not very comfortable. They didn't know, of course, what with such a radical constitution. And most constitutions are done during war. Yes, so that you can make very radical decisions, and you can contain them through either the generals or the police and through force. This one you have to negotiate
during peacetime.
Yes, so I saw the beauty of negotiations and the strength of Kenyans in negotiations, especially the Prime Minister's side. I think he has very, very good negotiators and thinkers and scholars. Prime Minister worked with scholars in the universities. He had a whole team. If you look at his office when he came into as a Prime Minister, we put in NESC, remember the National Economic and Social Council, bringing in even retired presidents into this country to address issues of youth unemployment. How do you empower the youth of this country, the women of this country, the gender problems that we couldn't even define in the constitution then. And then how do you power the economy of the country? And remember the issues of capture. For the first time you had government, private sector, sitting together and telling government, you only facilitate. Your work is to empower, just to facilitate, not to do business. Let the private sector be the engine of growth. Those are the statements that came from. So NESC transformed this country. But all these big things you see, airports, or the green fields, the railway, these bypasses, this came from NESC, from the Kinanyangyo, and the team. It was, into NESC. Actually, what we are doing, the Vision 2030. So, and I'm hoping, I wish he was there when the second vision is, the Vision 2063, aligning it with the SDGs. I wish Raila was around to share from that experience. I don't know that I've been able to answer all the issues you have wanted me to. Because I think great lessons emerged that Kenya is bigger than the challenges we face.
Yes.
Yes.
You said that Kenya is bigger than the challenges we face.
Yes, it's bigger. You just need a progressive leader and goodwill of the people. Yes, not abuses, not the abuses you see around here. People talking about terms and no terms and so on. That is not moving the country forward. Absolutely. You never grow by shouting.
That is shallow.
Shouting on, that is mundane. That's it's almost petty.
It's almost petty.
It's petty, yeah.
Since people expressing...
You should be fixing the jobs for young people. You should be creating medicine. You should be availing medicine to people, availing roads.
I get what you're saying, Francis. That you're saying that yes, the people can shout all this, but then the leaders should not be going into the room to also tell each other one time. The leaders should be thinking then, how do we translate?
How do you avail medicine? How do you avail the jobs for these young people every year? That is what leadership is all about. Adding values in lives of people.
Yes.
Not in your life.
Not into your own life.
No, not into your life. Into the lives of other people, not your relatives.
I wanted to get into what happened.
Raila never worked for his family.
Oh, he never worked for his family. He worked for the country.
And I think this is why we give credit to Mama Ida. Yes. At other times he was detained.
Yes.
And he finds a family that is functioning. Unlike some of the leaders, great leaders we have seen, who had to dwell with their families. I don't want to mention names. But Ida has been able to just like Mama Ngina, they have been able to demonstrate that the laws of the presence or death of your husband doesn't also demean your leadership capacity as the spouse, as the first helper.
That's a very interesting observation.
So women have also played a big part in terms of molding Raila into what he has become.
We've talked